Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 15 of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast, Broguecast. I'm here with Co-Reed.
I'm here with Dirt Lord.
I'm here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Griffin.
And this is the Rogue Company podcast, bringing you all the news that you need to know about Rogue Company. And we've got a little bit of a different episode for you fellas today, or ladies, or everybody that's listening.
Fellas and lady fellas.
Yeah, fellas and lady fellas for sure. So basically Rogue Company's taking like 3 weeks off, right? Like high res and first watch games, and there's been no updates, nothing. Bedtime stories, you know what I mean? Like all this kind of stuff. So we're going to do a 2021 retrospective. We're going to talk about the changes that we want to see for Rogue Company in 2022. And of course, we're going to get to the most important part, the community issues. So let's start it off here with the 2021 Rogue Company retrospective. I guess that's what we can call it. So basically what I did was I went through and went to the news on the Rogue Company website where they have all the patch notes and everything. And I put the date, the name of the update, and what was significant that came in that update. I didn't put all the balance changes because that shit would take way too long, right? But we're starting it off strong here. 12/16. We got the Arctic Shield update. We got Sigrid released. We got the Glacier map released, and we also got the prototype battle pass that was the Christmas battle pass. I think the season battle pass or seasonal, whatever it is. So that's what we got on 12/16. We cut straight to 1.8, and we get Ranked Explained, Ranked Season 1. 113 2 Tango update. We get the new LTM's Wingman and Countdown, and the skirmish maps were introduced. So Depot, Rooftops, and what's that other one called?
The one with the fountain in the middle.
Yeah,
It's like what it's called.
It's like favelas but smaller. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure somebody can leave a comment down below for that. It's not 1-3. I think it's 1. Fuck, hold on.
God damn it, Griffin.
I can fix this in post. Don't worry. Okay, so after the 2 Tango on February the 3rd of 2021, we get the Season 1 update. So with Season 1, we got Kestrel. We got the limited time mode called Sabotage. We also got the Season 1 Battle Pass and Ranked Season 1 officially released in Season 1. I think we had like a little prototype version of Ranked, if I remember correctly. It was like a beta Ranked, kind of like what they did with the Battle Pass. So, because I remember how stuttery it was, you know? On February 23rd, we got the Rogue Anti-Cheat update, which they gave us the anti-cheat information that like hasn't been followed through with whatsoever since that was released. You know,
I think the team that was working on that just quit.
Oh, well, that makes sense. You know,
It was the same team that was doing aim assist.
yeah, right. So March the 9th, we get the Seeker update where we get Seeker and the map Hollows. On April the 13th, we got the very first arms dealer event and also the first appearance of Dodgeball.
The best limited time mode.
Yeah, right. On May the 6th, we got the developer update suspension / ban policy update. This is where they were talking about toxicity in the community and people that violated the like terms of service as far as like being toxic and, you know, all this kind of stuff. That's where they updated that, and they gave the layout where it's like you get 4 chances. On that 4th chance, you're going to get your account permanently banned, which, I mean, we're getting permanently banned accounts left and right now, right? So,
yeah, apparently.
Yeah. So May the 11th, this is where the big changes actually started happening for Rogue Company. So we get the Season 2 Mac update. So, and this is a huge update when you look at it here. We get Mac, we get Breach, we get the Season 2 Battle Pass. That's also when we got the Time to Kill changes. We got rogue bans for Ranked. We got seasonal contracts, daily login rewards, and new LTM mode, King of the Hill. So that was a pretty action-packed little update, right?
Yeah.
Too bad it didn't last long.
Yeah, a few days later.
7 days.
Yeah, on the 18th, we got the Body Shot Changes update where they went in and completely reverted the time to kill. People were not happy with it. That was a week. Like
Mhm.
that
It
was,
was a rough week.
yeah, it absolutely was, right?
Hmm.
On 6/8 here, we got the Hot Rogue Summer update, and that is where the new LTM Skirmish Team Deathmatch was introduced. We also got the Seeker Sigrid skins. I think there was another one too, but I can't remember who it was. It was the Scorch skin.
Yeah.
The Captain America Scorch skin. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. On 7/6, we got the Switchblade update. So Switchblade was revealed. We get the new core mode 6v6 King of the Hill, Arms Dealer Season 2, AFK/lever backfill functionality, and extraction was removed from the game. So this is a pretty significant update, especially since it isn't a seasonal update, right? Like it's not introducing a new battle pass and all this stuff. But they take extraction out. They put in 6v6 King of the Hill, basically cutting the Switch audience to only 2 playable game modes at that point. We get Arms Dealer Season 2, which was like disappointing. Especially compared to that first Arms Dealer event, it was very disappointing. They also introduced the AFK/lever backfill functionality, and with that, that was where they would introduce bots into the game. That's when that initially happened.
That did not last long.
No, and I meant to put it in
Just
here.
stare at the wall.
Yeah, I know. I meant to put that in here, but it was like 2 weeks, I think it was. Once when they introduced the bots, they reverted it back. It might have been a little bit longer than that, but it wasn't much longer than that. On 7/20 here, we get the official Steam release. So it comes to Steam. That is, and I remember the Switchblade update was such a huge fiasco. Like they couldn't keep the game running to save their lives, and then they're going to turn right around during all of this stuff and release it on Steam. Yeah, it's mind blowing that they went this route with it. You know what I mean? And then on 8/10, we got the Kyoto Job update, which is the Season 3 update. That is where we got Palace, the Season 3 Battle Pass, of course. We also got Rogue Bios and the Buy One, Get One system, gearing everything up for what would be coming in the next major content update, which would be Weapon Mastery. The Buy One, Get One system was, directly correlated with that. I don't know. I guess they were trying to get people used to being able to swap weapons out and get them used to going into that screen, I guess,
Yeah.
On 9/7, we got the Runway update. That is where Runway was released and the Weapon Mastery was also released. It doesn't feel like it's been that long since it's been released.
How's that?
Yeah. On 10/5, we got the Canon update where we received Canon into the game. On 11/9, we got the Sinister Shadows update where they released the new map Wanted and the Season 4 Battle Pass. And then the most recent content update is the 12/4 Umbra update. That is where Umbra was released, and that was the new limited time mode Battle Zone. And whenever you break everything down content-wise and what is actually significant to the game, we got a decent amount of characters. We got a decent amount of maps. We got a decent amount of balance changes, of course, because even the little hot fixes and things like that would have balance changes and whatnot in there. It would take way too much time to go through and copy all that information, and it wouldn't be useful for anybody. But they have continuously updated the game and added new content into it. And as the content has gone along, you kind of see it come to a head whenever they do the Season 2 update. When Max released, that's when the TTK changes happen. And then they kind of go for a standstill for about 2 months. And that's when Switchblade was released. And that's when we were having huge problems in the game. The Kyoto Job update, we got a decent amount of stuff updated with that, but it's kind of got less and less as we've gone along. So I guess if we put this on like a graph, it starts low, it ticks high, and then it downward spirals after that as far as content is concerned. Which of course we got the Christmas skins, we got the Halloween skins and all that kind of stuff, but that doesn't really, to me, like cosmetics and things like that, it is technically content, but at the same time, it's like
the game run any better.
exactly.
Yeah.
it's not really significant to the state of the game at that point.
Kind of like the shooting range.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to put that in there because who cares? Like, it didn't change the shooting range at all for them to skin it out. So I wanted to put, kind of the 2021 year retrospective on here just to kind of show that, like, they have continued to update the game. They have continued to do bug fixes, patches, balance changes, and all this kind of stuff. So the game is in a good enough state right now for them to continue to support it. And then they came out this past year and also said that they would be continuing support of the game for an additional year. I don't know why they're doing it like it's like a lease. You know what I mean? You got to renew that bitch once a year. You know what I mean? But I honestly think that we can do better, right? I think I think it's safe to say that the development team could honestly do better until the game gets in a state to where it's as close to like, 1.0, because we're basically beta testers at this point. It's still technically in beta. So until the game gets into that 1.0, that final release stage, they need to continue releasing as much content and making as many changes to the game as they possibly can. And I'm not talking about like core changes to the game or anything like that. I'm just talking about quality of life type changes to the game. So with that being said, 2022 is upon us. The high res showcase is going to be what, next week? Yeah. The high res showcase is the 5th and the 6th. So by the time this comes out, it has already happened. And we'll of course talk about it on the next episode of the Broguecast.
Can't wait to watch it.
I know, right? But with that information, like, what do you guys want to see from First Watch Games, High Res, and Rogue Company in 2022?
I got one thing. Better servers.
I agree.
That's it. That's all I want.
That's what I want.
They give me that, I'll be happy. I think that'll fix a lot of problems.
I want to see better servers, and I want to see at least one more support rogue.
The last support rogue that we got was Dahlia.
And she was the first rogue released after all the other ones, right?
Yeah, after the initial release of the game, I believe she was the first rogue that
her, and then fixed her.
Yeah, and then Sigrid, pretty sure.
Yep.
Yes, I absolutely agree that I would love to see another support because we've been getting a ton of duelists, we've been getting a ton of breachers. We've got I think Seeker is the only intel based character that we have received. We haven't got, I guess Runway is technically classified as a support, even though I would not personally classify her as a support whatsoever. I would classify Seeker or someone, because she doesn't have Lifeline, does she?
No.
So, you at least need that bare minimum to be considered even somewhat of a support type character,
Yeah, infinite ammo is not doing it for me.
Yeah, and like one extra grenade. It's like, it's nice to have that, but at the same time, like, it's not reviving anybody. So, of course, new rogue, new support rogue, new servers, better servers. I would honestly like to see some matchmaking improvements, even though they've allegedly released the new matchmaking system into the game. Like, I don't know what this new matchmaking system is, but it has not felt good whatsoever. Another thing that I would like to see is there needs to be more strict punishments for people that go AFK and that leave the game completely. Like in the last week or two since the Umbra update, how many games have we played like 2-3 people and the two randos or whatever just drop out of the game?
It constantly happens.
Dude,
Yeah.
That happened the other day. Like literally the last 3 games while Adam was trying to fix his stuff. I was literally complaining about it. I was like, oh.
So it's one of those situations, man, where it's like, whenever they went in here and they announced this AFK/lever system, they said that phase 1 was going to be the bots were going to be introduced into the game. Then shortly after that, we were supposed to get information about phase 2, which was going to be the backfill system. They took the bots out of the game. Where is the backfill system at?
I've never seen that function in action. Ever.
I know, right? I mean, they haven't commented on the backfill. They haven't said anything else about the AFK lever functionality. Nothing. Like, once they took the bots out of the game, they don't want to talk about it anymore.
That was just it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, you know?
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, whenever you kind of sit down and think about like a backfill system, it's like, okay, let's take a recent situation that had happened and let's apply this idea to it. Okay. So all 4 of us are playing, somebody's console crashes, right? And you're out of the game at that point. Okay. You have the opportunity to get back into the game once you get everything booted back up, right? But
you're supposed to be able to.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Here lately, it's several times it's just not letting me back in.
Yeah.
And then, like, I load back in, I'm on the main screen, we're all standing there, it says I'm in a party. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You guys finish, come back out, deserter penalty.
Yeah, like, what is that? So it's not even reconnecting people to games at this point, right?
And I'm talking close the game, restart it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't wait 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then my question is like, if someone crashes out and they're trying to come back into the game, but it backfills with somebody, is it going to punish the person whose system crashed or their internet dropped out? Or, you know, like, does that person really deserve a deserter penalty just for the fact that, like, they had a hardware malfunction or their ISP got all screwed for a second? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really don't think that people should be punished for that. If you're going to introduce the backfill system, it's going to kind of have to be fair, in my opinion. And I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. And I think that that's why they haven't said anything else about it, because they're kind of trying to rack their brain on how they're going to fix this AFK and deserter issue, this lever problem.
Dude, you'll be winning and people will just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be literally 4-1, and then they'll leave.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing? Do we do something wrong? Are we not talking to you enough?
Sorry that you got outplayed by someone, but
yeah. Sorry you're not on top of the
always
leaderboard.
next round.
It happens, you know? I think that they need to get the, you know, if you crash out and you're able to log back into the game and everything, they need to get that straightened out. And they just need to, like, get rid of this backfill idea, in my opinion. They need to quit thinking about the bot thing for a while. And they realistically need to think about, like, harsher penalties for those people. Because here's the thing. If they're leaving games like that, they don't give a shit about the game. So... No. If you punish them, if you give them a 24-hour suspension on their account, that's not going to
think twice about.
Yeah, they might think twice about it, but also if they're not interested in playing the game, then they're just going to stop playing it, which is good. Yeah. Like, I know that we need more people to play the game. I know that they need to, you know, raise awareness and they need to do better marketing and all this kind of stuff. But if you've got people that are leaving games like that constantly and they don't care, then what's the point of trying to keep that person in the game?
Yeah, it's ruining it for everybody else.
Exactly.
Yep. It is.
And the fact that they're not saying, doing, or addressing any of this in any capacity whatsoever is more or less them encouraging it to happen. I mean, if you get hit with a 24-hour deserter penalty because you decide to, you know, leave the game, and nothing, you get a 4-minute ban, you know, you get 5 minutes, you go to the bathroom, come back, and it's done. And then they log into another game and then they're getting just destroyed. Then they're going to leave again. Oh, what's another 5 minutes? And I think that goes hand in hand with the matchmaking as well. It's like they're getting destroyed because they're playing against people that they technically shouldn't be playing against.
Yep.
So at that point, it's the matchmaking's fault as well. for a lot of this stuff happening. It's crazy. Like everything goes hand in hand to make this an overall great experience for everybody, but none of it's working. I would like to see them do like we talked about before whenever we did one of the season, what we would like to see in the next season, all this kind of stuff. I would really like to see them do something with the user experience. I think we need more options. We need more quality of life changes in the game itself, in my opinion, because it feels like auto mantle should not be a thing.
Dude, when I get healed, I don't want to stand up too. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
why am I standing up if I'm
Yeah.
get
There
downed
should
again?
be something for that for real. Like when you're getting revived, who stands straight the fuck up after getting revived?
Yeah.
You literally just got shot.
Surely it can't be that hard to have something there where it detects that you're behind cover. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe they don't want to stand up.
Yeah.
I just feel like it shouldn't stand you up, period.
That would probably be easier.
I feel like, yeah, if you get shot and you get revived, you just immediately start from crouch. And then if you want to stand up, you can either just run or barrel roll or do whatever you need to,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because like I said, 9 out of 10, if you fall, you're probably behind cover. And if somebody revives you, again, you want to be behind cover. Yeah, obviously, when somebody's aiming at you, why would your character? And like for some reason, I don't know about y'all, but when I get revived, my character when he stands up, there's like a delay for me to crouch it down. Like I can't just press the crouch button and it immediately crouches. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
There is some kind of animation you do.
Like I have
After you
to
get
finish.
revived.
Like I gotta finish standing up first from being revived. I don't know. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and we see a lot of that type of stuff happening as well. Like there's certain walls, and I've kind of learned what a lot of these walls and pieces of cover are. But if you're crouched and you're too far in the cover, it won't allow you to stand up, or it won't allow you to crouch. Like that shouldn't be a thing. Like the on Windward, the staircase that goes down to the bee plant site from the mid where the little cart is.
Yeah.
There's like a little like piece that sticks out that goes around the top part of it. And if you walk down the staircase the right way, you're going to walk straight instead of walking down at an angle, because that little piece, there's a collision box there for that little piece that's a cosmetic piece for the map. But there's a collision box on it, and you're walking on top of it. Like, why? All the cover should be flat and smooth from the ground all the way up into the ceiling. Like, it should be completely smooth so that you can stand up, crouch, roll, whatever you need to do behind that cover, and nothing should hinder you whatsoever. It's absolutely.
Why are you snagging on things?
Yeah, exactly.
Just minor bugs of the game that they have yet to fix, and that's been there since day one, I believe, since the game has started.
Yeah,
launched.
And with the more complicated maps that's came out, it's made it worse. Like Palace is a nightmare because
Palace is really bad.
You have those little huts that's got those angled roofs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're crouching and you try to stand up whenever you're behind one, it's not going to let you stand up. And whenever you crouch behind it and you walk into the cover, you're like, I want to get in the cover as much as I can so that I don't take any bullet damage. And whenever that happens, then you can't stand up. So then you're trying to like run, but you're crouched.
The other day, I heard you say something. You were talking about, I think this was last night. So the aim assist thing. So they said, like, the team that was working on aim assist left.
Yes. So Zerger has confirmation from Gandhi.
Finally got an answer.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted.
And he actually uploaded a YouTube video showing the response, I do believe. And he said that, yeah, the team that was handling all the aim assist stuff left, and they don't know how to do the thing with the code.
Well, so they're just going to leave it that way?
I mean,
I
don't know. I have no idea, because to me it's like,
I think most people play this game on console.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that's something you just want to. Yeah, I don't know if that's something you just want to be like, well, they left, and there's nothing we can do. My head's tied now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like no, you get somebody else. You have to.
Yeah. Why would you leave the coding in the
I
game?
mean,
if they have to rebuild the aim assist structure from the floor
and that's what
up,
you have to do.
exactly.
You had all this time to make this new game mode.
Right? And make
I mean,
update the whole training grounds. Why don't you just rebuild the aim assist?
Yeah,
I mean, it's got to be fixed.
oh yeah, for sure.
You can't just leave it that way.
No.
It's just inconsistent or unrecognizable. Like you can't even
Something
tell
I've
it's there.
noticed, man, is sometimes I've seen it with you and Corey where you'll go to shoot someone and it like pulls away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like it's
It
doing the
does.
opposite of what it's
It-
supposed to do.
yeah. Or you'll try to lock onto them and it's not pulling it enough.
Yeah.
And so you're just dragging behind the entire time. Or you kind of like skip shots sometimes. Like it'll snag sometimes and then you'll miss your shots and they'll just like jerk off again. Like it's not consistent enough where it's again effective.
It makes you wonder why the whole team left.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, and it's one of those things too. It's like whenever Rogue Company started gaining popularity, they pulled a lot of people from Realm Royale and Paladins over to help out. And it's like, well, did the team leave? Or were they just people that they brought in from those other teams? Now Realm Royale's fixing to start getting updates. Paladins, of course, is continuing. So did they release them to go back to the games that they were working on? Either way, they should be able to contact any of these people, unless they left the company on bad terms, to get the information that they need in order to fix the aim assist and fix how that works.
Or, some new people, because there's someone out there that could figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
I would love to see them bring in. I really enjoyed a lot of the maps that they have released this past year. I mean,
Yeah.
Breach, or not Breach, but Glacier. Glacier was like the worst map, and then they went in there and made a couple of small changes to it, and now it feels like 1,000 times better. And it's
It's a better map.
yeah, I mean, now it's a map that I really don't mind playing on all that much, even though
After they blocked that window,
yeah,
made a big difference.
yeah,
It was our most hated map, and it's crazy how that one small change can change the entire flow of how that map was played.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like a lot of the other maps, like they feel good. Like they've really, after Glacier came out and the huge backlash that came from that map being released, they've really kind of honed in on what exactly is good and makes a map feel good in Rogue Company. And I think that they could step it up in the future when they start releasing maps, because like Wanted, you have the 3 doors that you can go and press the little panel thing and they slide open and closed, right? So
Yeah.
you're interacting with the map in some way to change how the map flows, right?
Yeah.
I want to see them do that more. I want to see them do that way more. I want to see, like, if you do something in the game, if you press a button or if you shoot something or whatever, I want it to be something that could cause path denials. I want it to be, and I don't want it to be something that's simple to do, but I want it to be something that actually affects the flow of the game. Because you have characters that can do all that kind of stuff. Like Anvil can shut a path down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if there's like in the center of the map. I think there was a Gears map, a Gears 3 map, and I think it was the stadium map. I think that was the map that it was on. But anyway, the play field in the middle had a lot of cover, but in the center of it, there wasn't anything. And then I believe, if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me down below. But I believe that you could shoot the scoreboard that was in the center of the map down. And whenever it fell from the ceiling, it gave you a giant square piece of cover.
Pretty cool.
That's the kind of stuff that I would like to see them introduce into the game.
Or if you blow something up and it just shuts a lane down completely.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go around. They got to.
I think that would be something that would be really cool and really interesting and kind of change the flow of the game up just a little bit. It's like, imagine if on favelas, for example, right? You know that ditch in the center of the map where the water, the little ankle deep water is at?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine that the other side of that's built up a little bit higher, and either you or the enemy team can trigger something to make more water come through there to where you can't. Yeah, you can't access that zip line. And maybe it doesn't kill you if you fall into it or anything, or maybe
slow you down.
Yeah, or it pushes you to one side or the other, depending on the flow of the water or whatever. But it's little things like that that they could introduce. And I know it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of manpower. You released a battle royale type game mode that is terrible. So you definitely have the manpower and the time to do something like this. You have another team actually skinning the maps for you. You hired a third-party company to skin the maps for you. All you have to do is design the maps. It can't be that hard to make more interesting interactive type maps.
Yeah. What is like the last map that was most interactive? But I guess it would be wanted, right, with the doors.
Yeah.
But
what was the other one where you jump down into the, like you're in the mountain?
in the hollows.
Yeah, remember that one had those big doors too you could
Yeah.
open. They make a lot of noise and
Everybody
take a year to open.
Yeah.
Game's over by the time it gets open, but
Yeah.
Or the door is well fortified and ready to be blown away when somebody walks through it.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it literally screams, "I'm being opened."
Yeah. But I would absolutely love to see something like that come into the game.
Drop a little Easter egg in the map, you know?
Yeah, right.
If we do like little things, we can make a rocket go up in the air or something, or you know, just I'm sure they can be done. I mean, shit, Battlefield does stuff like that all the time. Like Warzone has little Easter eggs in it. Like there's just Easter eggs and stuff like that. That'd be nice. A little flash of like some Rogue Company lore would be cool.
Yeah.
Like on Lockdown, man. You know that door. That door, that's a big play right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why can't Glitch like hack that?
Oh yeah.
Stop that door from being open.
So you just can't open it.
Yeah,
That would be
Locked.
nutty. Yeah.
he just locks all doors, like everything,
Oh,
even on wanted. Yeah, like on wanted, for example. Like if
it's
somebody
something that's got
wanted-
a computer, it opens. It's like a little thing you hit. Yeah.
If I wanted to open that door, and
What if they were all open already and he did a little hack and it closed them?
Yeah.
You know?
See, that'd be cool too. But then I don't know, maybe that would make Glitch a little more powerful. But I mean, all in all, that would be a cool little thing for him to do too.
Well, but think about it this way though. Like, okay, it'd be cool if Glitch could do it, but what if like on Wanted, on either side of the map, whether it's the house side or the street side, there's like each door had control panels, but there was like master control panels on each side. And you can hit it once per round and you can open all the doors or you can close all the doors at the same time.
Oh.
Like on Wanted to think about this, those things, the little green things you have to hit to open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you just shoot it and you can't use it?
You can use it. Oh yeah, I like
You just
that.
shoot it a couple times, it blows up.
Yeah.
A little spark, and then it just the door won't work.
Yeah.
Have more options. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That would go with well with your interaction. Like they make more maps where you can actually do things like that, like interact with doorways that are open and closed. You can kind of like without having to use like Anvil Shield, for example. You can still lock down doors without having to like, you know, that'd be a cool map. Like they would need to step up because you know those gates are like just huge as fuck.
Yeah,
you're
you
all
ain't
about-
shutting that down with Anvil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not. But it'd be cool if they made a little tighter map like that where you could kind of like decide what door you want to go down, but then you can lock down other doors. So, for example, you can avoid a Lancer or something like that, and like they'll have to go a certain way that we can maybe trap them or something. You know, be more tactical gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, you know, the idea of like something hanging in the map. Like, you know, just like think of a giant net with rocks or something like that in it. And it's just hanging. And if you shoot it, like if you shoot the rope or whatever, and it causes it to fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
That'd be cool too.
yeah, maybe
That would make sense in something like Hollows because it looks like
Yeah.
there's mining going on there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like the crane on the A side.
Yeah,
Like,
what
you
if you
shoot
could
the
bust that
hinge or
crane and it
something,
fall
and
down? And
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that
that'd
would,
be neat.
yeah. Like, and change the map up and like make it to where if you do something like, you know, something in the map, it opens a whole new like flank route or a whole new pathway up. Like if the crane gets knocked over, then that offers an easy access to this certain area, but it's a high risk access. But it's going to cut your travel time down like astronomically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you might get beamed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like,
dude. Another cool feature would be like you could cut the zip lines so
Oh,
that they couldn't use the zip lines or something.
I think that would be a very cool ability for a rogue
Yeah.
to have.
They
That-
could cut. Yeah, I feel like that would be cool. 'Cause that shuts down lanes in some areas.
yeah,
hit it with the wire cutters.
yeah. Maybe take a couple of seconds to pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Let they have to stand there for so long to cut it.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool ways that they could go in and make these maps a little bit more interactive. And like, people don't think about this type of stuff, but that would offer a lot of fresh new ways of approaching any game that you play on that map. It's going to change it astronomically to the point
Change it up.
where it's going to feel like it's a whole new thing, you know?
Yeah, because people already they already are set in the ways they play these maps.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just keep
The
looping
strategy's
it.
already
That's
there.
all they're doing. Yeah. You know, they're usually running the same 4-man stack if they got friends. And if they're not, then they're soloing. And most of the time, they're still probably running like a lancer so they can get kills because 9 out of 10, they're not talking.
So the next thing that I kind of wanted to hit on here was ranked, because I know that that's a huge kind of pain point. There's a lot of people that are they're fine with the way that the rank system is, but most people are not very satisfied with how the rank system is and the actual rewards and what you get for playing ranked. And my mentality for ranked has always been like, ranked exists for people that want that type of playing experience. You don't get rewarded for playing demolition, other than XP, of course, and all that good stuff. You don't get rewarded for playing strikeout or anything like that. Ranked has its own reward. You actually gain a rank and then you try to get as far up through the ladder as you can possibly get. People want ranked rewards, and I get it, but like, you already get a banner, you already get an emblem, you know, if you make it to rogue rank and if you do all this kind of stuff. But like,
Way more XP.
yeah, you get a ton of XP off of it, and that's where you can really grind out some levels for sure, you know. But
Well,
like,
the problem with it, dude, I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Griffin.
Mm.
But for real, the problem with they say they go by experience, but or like how well you do in the match, but I don't feel that's how it goes by at all. I feel like it goes by how many matches you win and how many matches you loses, no matter
Yeah.
how well you perform in matches.
yeah, I mean, that's absolutely how they do it. I mean, if you lose, you're going to lose RP. If you win, you're going to gain RP. And
No matter if you just like you dominated that lobby and you were the top of the leaderboard, you got the most damage, and you were like you. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of like they say
But it
they
just
go
gives
by
everyone the
performance.
same. Yeah.
Yeah. It just gives everybody the same thing.
Like,
And that's
even
kind
the
of
guy
unfair.
at the bottom that did nothing got 35 damage, still gets the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get.
You could totally carry that kid, and like for all we know, for the next 9 matches, he gets carried in all 9 matches. And
It's a
then
higher placement.
and gets a higher gets a higher row rank than me because I played in 10 matches and I lost 7 out of 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And 3 of them people left.
yeah,
Right. How is that fair to players in ranked?
Yeah.
You know, that's supposed to be the big deal, you know? And I mean, they can't decide what they want to do with rank anyway because they keep wanting to, you know, they keep saying they want demolition to be the rank game mode. Then they're like, well, let's do this. Well, let's do that. But in all honesty, man, they can't, the rank system itself is already busted. It's not fair for people that are actually grinding and working hard because sometimes they're not even getting recognition for it.
yeah. I agree
Not to
100%.
Busted aim assist.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I get set up against rogue ranked players, and I'm not even ranked yet.
Dude,
Like, what
we
the
played
fuck
the
is that?
same 4-stack like 3 times.
And
Yeah.
they were like, what, platinum and rogue
They
ranks?
kicked our ass, dude.
What is that?
Yeah.
We're not, like, what like you're silver and I wasn't even ranked at the time. How is that called matchmaking?
Well, and to kind of go with like the placement matches and all that kind of stuff, it's like, and this was what I was talking to somebody about last night, was whenever you play your placement matches, it puts you against everybody. So you're going to play against bronze people, you're going to play against rogue people, you're going to play against everybody in between to see where your skill level is within those placement matches so that the game can place you. That makes sense. And that seems to be, I can't think of a different way to do that. But what I can think of is each season they release a new rank system. They should have a 2-3, I'm going to say a 2 to 3 week time period here where you have this time to do your placement matches. If you don't do your placement matches before that time period is up, then it's going to place you like by default in like silver or bronze.
Yeah.
Right? Then you're going to have to work your way up from there. That way it has everybody playing ranked to get their placement matches done at the same time so that the matchmaking can actually spread out and do what it needs to do. Because if we come in and it's, the next season and we start playing ranked halfway through that season, we're going to be at a severe disadvantage all across the board for those 10 matches. And then it's going to place you somewhere, depending on how many people's on your team. It's either going to make you play against incredibly difficult people like that are just loyalists to the game that only play
That's what
Rogue
they
Company.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's going to, or it's going to put you against a bunch of bronze people, and occasionally you will have some very well balanced matches, but it feels to me like they need to like work on how the qualifying match system works, because if I don't do rank placements and it forces me into bronze and I have to climb from bronze all the way to rogue, and
Good
that's
luck.
Yeah. That'll tell you that the next
Probably
time
queue alone.
Yeah. And that tells you that the next time that you play your placement matches, or the next time the placement matches are available, then you need to play them in that time frame to be able to get placed somewhere where you're not playing with bronze people. And in theory, you should be playing against bronze people, but with the matchmaking system, who knows,
Yeah.
But
I don't want to feel like I'm being punished too for playing with, friends.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Just by having 4 people on the team in the same,
We're just
party.
trying to play right, man.
And it's like, you think you would want people to get people to play with them. But it seems like when you go over 3.
That's whenever it starts.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Big time, right?
You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Just puts you in whole other lobbies.
But people are talking about ranked rewards other than the banner, other than the emblem. And like, this is all I'm going to say about it, man. They could definitely go in there and they could create some really cool, interesting things to reward players every season.
You should get a skin that you can
Yes.
put on your characters if you want to. Because, like, dude, that little emblem, that ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You put all this time in,
and you get an emblem.
and you just get that little
They
emblem.
just throw us little things. Yeah. They don't throw us any like
what about
skins.
a skin that I can put on any rogue?
They don't give us a glider.
And it kind of be, the theme of that emblem, whatever emblem they have, it kind of, like that red and black emblem.
Yeah, yeah.
You got this like red and black skin that you can put on any character, and it's like, oh shit, this dude means business,
Well, I think a good way to do that is to do weapon skins.
Yeah.
We've got 2 mythic skins in the game so far. We got one for the KA-30 and we've got one for the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Each season that they come out, it's a 3-month-long season. Like, you should get weapon skins that correlate with your rank at the end of the season. And if you reach Rogue Mastery, it should be a mythic season, blah, 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 weapon wrap.
Something to actually grind for.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't finish in Rogue, if you finish in Platinum, diamond, whatever, then you get the diamond version of that skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not as cool, but something.
Yeah. And and theme it around the way that the weapon mastery works. So whenever you start leveling your weapons up in weapon mastery, you get the red and black one, you get the white and black one, you get the yellow and black one, and theme it based off of that. If you're in bronze, you get the doo-doo brown and white one. If you finish in diamond, you get a baby blue and a white one that's really
diamonds on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the best way to do that if you have mythic weapon skins and don't even,
because making a skin for characters, which they already said that's kind of hard because you got that model for that character,
yeah
but the gun skins, it's already in there. Just
exactly.
Just throw another skin in there on the pile, and then every season they're different. Collect the whole set.
Collect the whole,
because you'll have people that'll grind it out just to get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind grinding it out just to get it.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then show them to people so they can see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is what you can get.
Yeah.
Badass reactive.
You should be able to go in there and look at that mythic weapon skin. You should be able to go look at every single one of them when the new season is dropped to see, oh, this one's cool, but this one's cooler. But
I want this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you may be like, I want the diamond one.
Yeah.
That one looks cooler to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Matches this skin.
Yeah. And they could go in there and do the next level of it would be you got the mythic as the rogue skin, then give everybody all the weapon skins up until the point that you make it.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. If you go all the way, you should get anything under that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You should get them all.
I agree.
Because that's a lot of grinding, dude.
It is.
I can't imagine trying to get rogue ranked on here.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where if that's all that you played,
I guess. But there's just so many issues, dude. I don't know how they get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You're over here pulling my hair out.
Yeah. But with the experience that we've had in ranked mode, it does force you to play against people and you have to think outside the box. It does make you better.
Yeah, you're back to pistol round. You're back to doing friendly damage.
Yeah, yeah.
They should have just left that shit in demolition, dude.
I agree.
Because as soon as you play a bunch of demolition, as soon as you switch over, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now my RPG does damage to my team. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Just do it across the board.
Yeah.
I just honestly feel like the whole friendly fire for explosive damage and everything needs to go away.
Yeah, I mean, you pick one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people are exploiting that. And I mean, people are exploiting that period, besides ranked demolition. People are literally switchblade shoots down the alley, then the team just runs through the alley and just mows you down. They don't care. They're taking what, 1-2 tick damage?
Yeah.
It's not hurting them enough where it shuts it down where they're not supposed to run through it either,
Yeah.
And people are taking full advantage of that. It's the same thing with Dima. The Dima Blast, Dima can literally launch that into his own team.
Yeah.
If there's other players
Everyone
around them.
His team.
Yeah.
And it won't hurt his team nowhere near as much.
Whenever they added that in there where it was it no longer does damage, I still play that way.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
I'd shoot my RPG and be like, I'm sorry, Griffin. And he's like, it's okay. There's no. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry.
But we do. Other teams don't, though.
Yeah.
And we have faced them. Dude. Scorch throwing down incendiaries. I know they're immune, but again, it doesn't have to be just her.
Yeah.
Well, you got a couple of people in a room. You're fighting. Here comes a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Go down them.
And it's nothing against Umbra. I think Umbra is amazing, and I
He's
love
cool.
the spider gadget.
Yeah.
I think that gives tenacity a purpose again, being that nothing works with tenacity anymore.
Yeah.
And so that helps it out so much because if you don't have tenacity, you're pretty much going down by the spider for sure.
Here's kind of my thoughts to sum up the ranks out of everything. I know that there's a lot of people that want the respawn game modes in ranked. I know that a lot of people think that they want the respawn game modes in ranked. And look, here's the thing, man. It's going to go the way that it's going to go. The only way that the respawn game modes, in my opinion, are going to be something that's going to be good in the ranked scenario is if they create their own game mode that has respawns. They're going to have to come up with an objective-based respawn game mode. And I'm sorry, but King of the Hill is not it.
Capture
Strikeout.
the point ain't it.
Yeah.
Battle Zone ain't it.
They need to focus back on the main game, dude.
Yeah.
Dodgeball could be it.
All they're doing is just trying to reach out to every fan in the world of every type of game, dude.
Yeah.
Well, earlier when
we're gonna have a open world road company, we ain't gonna be ready for that.
Well, earlier when you listed all those game modes,
Yeah.
like Wingman, like there's been so many.
Yeah, there has.
Yes, there has.
Like over 20, right?
Yeah.
And this game modes that are just gone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. So many that I haven't been able to play them all because they show up, they're in and out, they're in and out, they're in and out.
Like that didn't work.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 2021 year for Rogue Company has definitely been a year of identity crisis for the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that TTK thing, that just really threw them for a loop. That people didn't like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like when they took Extraction out. People didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and to me, it's like, and this is kind of the final thoughts that I personally have on what I want to see from 2022. They reached a point in the 2021 year where everything started to transition, and it started transitioning into more of a respawn focused game, and
no longer tactical shooter.
Yes, and to me, you have a very distinct split in the community where you have people that really enjoy the tactical side of it. You have people that really enjoy the respawn side of it. What I want Rogue Company to do in 2022 is I want them to sit down in a room. I want them to get a SWAT board ready and figure out exactly what game they want to be.
Yeah.
Because until they figure that out, then they're just going to be a mishmash, hodgepodge of nonsense. And I understand that in their mind, they think that they're doing good things. But here's the thing, man. A lot of the community is confused of what you're doing.
A lot.
So if you want to focus on being a competitive tactical shooter, then you need to switch into that lane and you need to maintain that lane. If you want to appeal to the community and focus on respawn game modes, then you need to... Yeah, you need to switch over to that and focus on that. You're straddling the fence and you're hurting yourself by doing so.
They should just go back to like the game modes, just go back to basics. Put the original 3 game modes back in and then fix the bugs. You know, that would be a good start, dude. I don't know, maybe like a dodgeball or Wii. Is that what it's called? Dodgeball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one for sure. That was a really good game mode.
That one would work.
Yeah,
I think in a ranked setting.
It would even work. Yeah,
because in order to bring back a life, you have to take one.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that kind of
it's a really good like tourney game mode.
But just respawning
100
times.
Respawn mode, kinda.
You know,
like you literally have to earn the respawn.
Like you'll see people that are at the top of the leaderboard, dude, and they're like, I fucking got 50 fucking. It's like, yeah, how many times did you die?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know. Because I can do that too, but I'm focused on not dying as much. Like I'm trying to,
I know it's not a respawn mode, but I think Extraction would make a great rank mode.
Yeah,
I think so too. That's what I'm saying. Let's just go back to the basics. Like they just again, like Griffin said, they got too much. They're reaching out to too many fans, man, and they don't know what they are anymore.
Too many
I just remember that when Griffin sold this game to me fucking a year and a half ago, he said it's a tactical shooter, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, that's something we haven't really gotten into in a while. And every update, every little change, they stray further and further away from the tactical shooter that I was promised. And it's disheartening, man.
Yeah.
It is disheartening.
I'm sorry.
You're absolutely right, Corey. it discourages you. Like you come into the game, you're like, what? Well, what is Rogue Company today, man?
Yeah.
You
How
look
the
The
at
server's
only-
gonna run today?
yeah. Is the
That's a
servers
big
gonna
one,
be
man.
okay? Or the servers not
Sometimes
gonna
it's
run
okay.
How many times we've been in the middle of a fucking heater, and then all of a sudden everyone's skipping around the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird the other day. I don't know what was going on.
I don't know what update it was, but I've noticed now too is just when I'm spectating people,
Yeah.
they're just skipping around, dude.
Same's been happening to me, and it's
Yeah.
been
It
recently.
didn't always do that. Yeah.
And here's what I noticed: it doesn't happen to me as much when I'm spectating someone that's playing on PC, but if they're playing on console, it's way worse. But I think that we're all in agreement that like 2022 needs to be the year of self-discovery for the game. The developers need to sit down and actually decide what type of game that they want to be. They want to present that game again to the community, and they need to just focus on that specifically.
Yes.
If you want to have Strikeout, if you want to have King of the Hill, if you want to have all this kind of stuff, that's fine. If your main competitive game mode is going to be Demolition, then you need to balance everything in the game around that game mode.
Agreed. Not Battle Zone that you're using for a limited time.
Yeah.
Like that
Well,
still doesn't make sense.
I think that's going to be a.
Forever
You know what I'm
game
saying?
mode.
Well, they pulled Extraction for something.
Well,
Hopefully
they pulled Extraction to put 6v6 King of the Hill in.
But then they pull that out. They put it in, they pull it out. Like
They put that
it's
in.
like
They pulled it.
there's too much going on that mode.
Yeah. They pulled
We got
it,
excited when we heard 6v6 because, like, oh, we can play with more friends.
but no.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, they still can't figure that out.
Yeah, and you
How
can't
to get 6 people in a party together.
you can't even do 6v6 custom modes. Custom games. It's like, what's the point?
You know, because we actually have more friends than 4.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. And we got them into the game.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping that they decide early on this year, and then they use that as their target, because like there was a huge backlash in the game earlier in 2021 about the state of the game and how the bugs in the game are ruining the experience for everyone. They knuckled down. I can give them props on that.
Oh, they did.
They knuckled down and they sought out every possible bug that they could. And since that time period has happened, there's been less bugs that have been introduced into the game with updates. So they're on the right track there.
Yeah.
If they would apply that to the matchmaking, the server state, and the actual direction of the game, and even if you have to tackle those one at a time, then do it.
Do it.
But put the game in.
It's like,
Yeah.
there's stuff that needs to be higher priority than a lot of this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we need to be on that now.
like server issues. That should have been number one at all times. Why do you not want your game running smooth?
Yeah.
I think that's a money thing.
Yeah.
When you
It
look at
probably
where the
is.
servers are being hosted at, I think that's a
because
definitely
But that's
cheap.
also your money maker.
Exactly.
yeah.
How
So
do you
it's-
expect people to stick around and spend money?
If they can't even
When their
load
game
into
runs
the
like
game.
doo-doo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they're skipping frames and
Yeah.
they get mowed down. They don't
Retrying.
even know how they died.
Retrying,
Like,
shot around the wall.
yeah.
Someone
like,
left.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like, now we're all here.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping happens, and I'm interested to see. I think that this high res showcase and the update show that's going to actually come from that, I'm really, really, really hoping that they give us some really good information, and that they, at least say that they're focusing on one aspect of all of the issues with the game now. I just want one.
Just pick one.
Yeah. I just want servers or matchmaking or even ranked. I would be okay with that. Like, just pick something to attack and then move in on it and conquer it like you did with the bugs. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
Please.
So, but are you guys ready for the community section of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast broadcast?
Yeah, boy.
Let's roll.
All right, guys, it is the community section of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast broadcast. If you want to contribute in any way whatsoever, you can hit us up on Twitter at Broguecast. You can send us an email, broguecast@gmail.com, or you can join the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. There is a section inside the Discord called Broguecast Contributions, and you can submit any type of contribution that you want to there, just like this very first contribution that we're going to go into right now. All right, so this was posted by Ali Gamer over on the Discord page, and this is what this individual had to say. Discussion question: there are so many emotes and sprays in Rogue Company now. Why are we limited to only 8 or so per rogue? Why can't, or rather, why don't we have a scrollable emote wheel like Fortnite? We can already scroll to quips and team comms, so the function already exists. So why not add on the emotes and sprays too?
Agreed.
Great point.
I
It'll
think-
keep me buying emotes if
Yeah,
I could
dude.
use more of them.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I've kind of got my set that I like. You know, got my
Yeah.
lineup. and
Yeah. But it would be nice if you could scroll back a little bit and
It
you're
would
like,
be
oh,
nice.
yeah, I forgot about this one. I'm going to hit them with the fucking
Hit them with the dirty
the
bird.
dirty bird. Yeah, dude. That's what
Yeah.
I was fixing to say. Yeah, dude.
There's just no room for the dirty bird anymore because I spent money.
Yeah, right.
Dirty Bird stays on my wheel.
Well, that's because you don't have the dock dance, but that's a whole different
Exactly.
discussion. You'll get
I
it
need
one
to
day.
leave. I gotta leave.
Mhm.
Sorry, guys. I can't finish the broadcast. I gotta
Come on now.
go.
But yeah, we agree 1000%. I mean, like you said, the functionality is already there. All that they would have to do is basically code in another emote wheel or 2 or 5 or whatever, and just
Add some pages to it, something.
yeah,
like-
exactly. I mean, it would not be that difficult, in my opinion, whatsoever. So, all right,
Dude,
next,
I don't even get to use sprays because
yeah,
I'm full of emotes.
yeah,
I
and
don't
the,
have room for sprays.
and the sprays are just like, I mean, if
The salt one's kind of cool to take the L, but that's
yeah.
not cooler than my fucking dock dance, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like Garbo would know, but but
Thanks, guys.
in the sprays, like, and that's another thing too. They could go in and they could do some really cool stuff with the sprays. Like, you know, Paladins had animated sprays, and they also
Yeah.
had the things that came out from the top of your head that was like, you know, it was animated. It would do something, or it would be something that would hover in the air. Like, you know, we're
Yeah.
playing a third person shooter now. So could you imagine like trying to figure out where a Lancer is, and you just see like a giant salt shaker like in the air behind one of the boxes just shaking salt, and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
but-
I would love a salt shaker. Like,
Yeah, right.
love it.
Yeah. So like, come on, guys. We can do this. All right, next up we have a post here by Emotional Force 5806. I think I think I know how to effectively buff Vi. I really like Vi, but think she could use a small buff. I propose being able to ignite her puddles with incendiaries. I think it would work because you have to purchase the incendiary separate, and because fire would hurt by if she stepped in her own puddle to kind of balance it.
I'm 50-50 with it.
I think he meant to put Vi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fire would hurt Vi if she stepped in it. So I think that this is a really interesting idea, because of the way that the fire spreads, and if you could chain them together like that, and it would negate the healing property of her passive ability at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Emotional Force is right. Like, if you were able to light it on fire, but you had to use an incendiary
Yeah, you
grenade
have
or
to
something like
purchase something to do it.
yeah, I think that it would balance itself out. I just don't know how viable that would be, because Vi already has, once you purchase the incendiary, you have 3 lane denial tools at your disposal.
Yeah.
And in order to light that on fire, you're going to use 2 of them to do that. most time when people are standing in the poison, they try to get out of it as quickly as possible.
It's possible. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, dude, roll.
yeah, just get out.
I'm not going anywhere near that shit.
Yeah,
I
right.
wouldn't. If I would buff Vi, I wouldn't even use to incendiaries like that. Again, you would have to purchase another gadget to even buff her own ability, and that's kind of like not fair to her.
Yeah.
They would just have to overall just like buff her poison. I feel
Well,
like
so when she throws that thing out, there's 3 of them, right? Or there 2?
There's
three.
Yeah.
There's 3. All right. Well, what if she had her
carries
own
two
grenade that was her poison grenade?
they should have to buy.
And it's just one. It's just the size of one, but it does the exact same thing, but it's just one.
Yeah.
And it just replaced gas grenades.
You know,
that she
throw in a
already has
doorway.
equipped.
Yeah. That could
Just
be pretty
one.
interesting.
I tell you, a huge buff for Vi for me was mastering some other guns that I could use with her.
Yeah, right.
That really helped me out with her
Yeah, yeah.
because, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Next up we have a post here by Brendy. I'm just gonna say Brendy. IHG Brendy. A seeker arrow should be retrievable. So I've been
I already
trying
agree with it, you know.
so I've been trying to play a seeker for a few days, and I was thinking it would be cool if, as long as you don't hit anyone, you could collect the arrow from the floor. Doing this would instantly cool down the skill and be ready again. This would be a good strategic choice. Do I risk leaving cover and risk being killed to go get my arrow back, or stay here where I am and wait for the cooldown in a game where time is everything? Now, obviously, if you hit an enemy with the arrow at all, it would be unable to be collected from the ground. But if you miss, then why not, right? Just my thoughts.
Dude, Talon Dart, aka Tart, you can get it back.
Yeah.
Ronin's Dart knife, you get it back. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
A little high risk, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's right. If you hit somebody with it and
It's gone.
then you make it go away, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't do that, I would be
Quality of life
not
for
on
Seeker
board.
there, because
Yeah,
you get one shot with that thing,
Yeah.
right.
and then that's just it. The
Well-
Talon Dart's there until they do find it a lot faster now.
Yeah.
They
Right.
do. But I mean, obviously, you know why. But I mean, Seeker's really strong because, you know, like he can just light up a whole room and find everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you got to go in there and try to figure out where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, give you no indicator. Like you just see it and you're like, oh, there it is. Grab it.
Yeah. Well,
right.
to be able to properly balance it out, I think that they should make it destructible. So you can
if
shoot
someone
it.
sees it, they could just fuck it
If
up.
somebody
Yeah.
shoot it or hit it, yeah, like everything else.
Yeah. And then, like, at that point, is it getting too close to being able to do what Talon already does?
A little bit, but you
No.
know,
Only
Yeah.
because Talon has the mag gloves.
you can't kill somebody with that thing too. Like,
Yeah.
They would
right.
have to literally run up on the arrow to grab it, where Talon can just yoink.
Yeah. You're right. I think that would be interesting, and, like, it would be cool to, like, test that out. You know what I mean?
yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I don't think it'll
most
make
of the time,
Seeker.
dude, you're not going to retrieve it.
Yeah.
Probably
'Cause
not.
it's just, you'll get
Just
your
9
kill.
out of 10. If you do light up a whole corridor and there's
Yeah.
enemies in it, you're not going to get that arrow.
Nah.
back. You're going to end up in combat most likely, or shenanigans.
Yeah.
So you're not even going to think about that arrow. And if you do, that's probably because somebody got, obviously there's some confusion that it broke off, but
Yeah.
probably won't happen. You know how these rounds go.
You right. All right, this next post is by Scuzzy. Scuzzy. I think that's how you pronounce it. This dude actually messaged me on Twitter and sent this link to me. Reflection over possible picks and bans system. I was thinking about how cool it could be to have picks and bans in ranked when I realized that it's impossible to have a fair picks and bans system in 4v4 situation, with the team A having the first pick and the team B having the last one. Any thoughts on how they could put it in place to be a fair system? Hold on one second.
Is he meaning like which team gets to choose first?
Well, and then here's the thing, dude. Like, if you're not playing with friends, and some guy has a higher MMR than you,
Yeah.
they're gonna get to pick, and you may want to play that character. They don't care. They're gonna ban them.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's not as much Lancer as I thought it would be. It's a lot of trench and a lot of runway.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
It's just because of the combo that it
Yeah.
brings to the table.
Yeah. Well,
How
And
could you do that though? Like a
it's not
voting
even
system?
for a runway itself. It's just for her ability for trench.
yeah. All right. So if it was up to me, this is what I would do. First of all, you're going to have to add, not only like voice chat already exists, but you're also going to have to add like text chat into the game. First of
They
all,
need text chat. I don't
Yeah.
know why it's not in the game.
yeah, you're going to have to introduce that. All right. So team A is going to ban first. Team B is going to ban first. Team A is going to pick first. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pull something from one of your other games over, which is Paladins, and you're going to have to introduce a way to trade characters after all of the picks have been made. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have 2 bans. Your team's going to have 4 people. Their team's going to have 4 people. If your MMR is at the bottom, then you can tell the person that's at the top that you would prefer to play this rogue on this map.
Yeah.
They can either pick that rogue for you or they can pick whoever they want to and let it go back and forth. Do a true draft phase to where if they don't ban Lancer and I don't ban Lancer and I pick Lancer, Lancer is off the table at that point, completely off the table.
No one can pick her.
No one. So in order to do this, to have it fair, you're going to have to introduce at least 2 more supports into the game, in my opinion, because you've got Saint, you've got Dahlia. You can either ban both of them, you can ban one of them and first pick one of them. So it makes it an unfair type environment as far as actual supports are concerned. I'm not talking about runway. I'm talking about actual reviving supports.
People that can heal downed people.
Yes, exactly. And then on top of that, they need to put, of course, the trade system in there to where you can actually trade the rogues back and forth so that you can make strategic, picks that counter, this rogue counters this rogue and vice versa and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, they would have to introduce a system into the game to where you're unable to play ranked unless you have a certain amount of rogues.
Yes.
Because if you're going to have 2 bans and then 8 rogues being chosen for a draft system, that's 10 rogues total. I don't think that you start the game out with 10 rogues. I don't
think so.
I think the game launched with, or I think that if you downloaded the game right now, you only have like 6 or 8 of them, right?
I think it was 8.
Yeah.
8 sounds right.
So either they could go in there and they could have the free rotation, the free rogue rotation. Like, they change it up once a week, but they continue it instead of doing it over the weekend. They just do it for a week and then it changes up. Or they require you to own a certain amount of rogues in order to play ranked. And I think
that should be because
Yeah.
if you're playing ranked and you're still on the default, just installed new account.
Yeah. I know, right?
That would stop that a lot from happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
They would be required to have so many rogues, so it's like that's a main account.
Yeah.
Or you got to be willing to spend some money.
Yeah. So and I think it would definitely weed out a lot of the newer people that just grind to level 30 and then jump straight into ranked. It would definitely weed that out a little bit, and it would actually require you to put a little bit more time into the game before you have access to the ranked mode, unless you just buy it outright, but you'd still have to get to level 30. But also, like, this is the thing, man. Like, having a true draft system in a ranked mode and in competitive play would make it so much more fun to watch.
Yeah, so that's how. So Paladins, like, once someone picks a character, nobody else can pick that character.
Exactly.
Like, there's one Lancer in the game. That's it. You better pick her first.
Yes.
So this game doesn't do that.
Nope.
I think it should.
I agree.
Like
1000%.
there's enough rogues to do that.
We've got 21 or 22
Yeah.
rogues now. You only need 10.
There shouldn't be 2 lancers on the field.
No.
I'm throwing a flag.
Yeah. And
You
see that it's if it goes back and forth like that 4v4, it's like, okay, runway gets banned, lancer gets banned. First pick is trench. Obviously, whenever it swaps over to the other team, who is the obvious choice to pick to counter trench? It's going to be glitch all day long. That takes
Counter just about anybody is gonna be glitch.
yeah, but specifically fucking trench though with his fucking all his barbed wire and trip
Because
mines.
he can turtle in, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And then
We've
it's,
seen so many
You
people
can
just
get
turtle
every
in.
one of them.
And those trip mines, dude,
yeah,
Mm.
forget about it.
yeah. So and then the team that picked trench, that first picked trench, they see that a glitch was picked on the other team. Then who are they going to pick to try to counter glitch? Probably someone with EMP grenades or something like that. So you've got Scorch or Dema. So you see what I'm saying? It gives
Yeah,
a
and
different,
it forces you to pick
Yeah.
a certain team comp. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that makes sense for ranked.
yeah. So I think that would be absolutely interesting, and I would love to watch competitive play that much
Yes.
more if that existed.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I mean, it would force people to play people that they're maybe not familiar with or that they're not as confident with, which would, in and of itself, balance the playing field out. Because if
And
you
with the weapon mastery, you can swap the guns up.
exactly,
Be
exactly.
all right.
And then it all comes down to ability based, and it's like knowing when
Yep.
to use a rogue's ability. Knowing when that perfect timing moment is
Yeah.
going to mean everything.
You don't shoot your load too fast.
Exactly.
Might want to. There's so many times, dude, I've used the Switchblades RPG and then been like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I wished I had that right now.
Yeah,
I fucked up."
I know, man. But that is exactly how I would do it, and I think that would help out a ton.
I mean, they already have access to that code.
Yeah.
The same company.
I mean, how hard would it be to just?
I thought
put that
that's what
in?
it was going to be.
Nah, dude.
When we got in ranked, I was like, "Oh, you know," and then
That-
it's like, "Oh, you just ban 2 people and pick whoever the fuck you want to pick.
Yeah.
Let's go."
And that's why it feels kind of stale. Even going from playing ranked and like early ranked and season 1 ranked and not playing it up until recently, it still feels stale because if you don't ban this character, it's an
It ain't
insta
even
lock.
worth it.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, there's no tactical, like logical sense to pick anyone other than who you're good with or who you're familiar with. Forces people to have to get better with more rogues, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of times on that pistol round, dude, I'm going for a Spitfire if I can get it.
Yeah.
Well, what if they pick everyone with a Spitfire? It's, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So, but next up, these next 2 are going to be back to back, and I'm going to read them back to back before we do the discussion here. So the first one here was posted by BDB17 Reg, banned for no reason. Hello, members of the Rogue Company group. I'd like to say that the developers of this game have banned my account for no reason. This is a complete mess. Tech support replied that I was banned for cheats. Well, if I was banned for cheats, I asked for proof in my hands. I'm very disappointed that the developers banned my account for no reason or because a lot of people complained about me. Did you decide to ban me? Rogue Company players, be careful because my friends and I have been banned for no reason. If the developers don't believe me, my friend has a Twitch channel and we've been playing there since the very appearance of this game. I'm from Russia, and I will not tolerate such injustice. I pay this game. I think you meant I play this game because I like it. But if you don't fairly ban the players, then they will just leave. Code error 10000245006. So that was the first post. Then the next post by Ali the Villain, I got permanently banned for no reason. I sent an appeal, and this is their reply. Your account was found to be in violation of the EULA and Section 4D of the Terms of Use for using cheats. automation software, which would be bots, hacks, mods, or any unauthorized third-party technology, software, tools, or content designed to modify the software product, the service, or site. Be aware that high-res does not ban solely based on user reports without other supporting evidence. I only play on PS4 with a base controller. I have no idea what they're talking about. I regret putting 500 hours of my time into this game.
This ain't good.
No.
So
I'm
these,
seeing it a lot on Twitter, dude.
yeah, these are just two examples. And several months ago, they were banning people for using a name as common as Radar
Well, or was it
or
Scott Gandhi?
Yeah.
But it let them pick it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if you're not allowed to use that name, don't have it in there. Take it out, remove it.
Yeah, flag it. So, and there's been a ton of people on Twitter, and I don't know if the people on Twitter are some of the people in the on the Reddit page over here, but there's been a ton of people that have talked about having their accounts banned for no reason.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
They get on to play, log in. Your account has been banned. Let me ask you, Griffin. You're a content creator. You play this game. You put a lot of time into it. What do you do if you get on there one day and it says you've been banned?
Well, all right. So
how do you react? Like,
I laugh. First of all,
you hit record.
Yeah, exactly.
You definitely get a screenshot of that.
Yeah. I'm laughing about it, and then I'm also like sending private messages to all of the development team that's on the Rogue Company Discord. I'm also supporting, putting in support tickets and trying to appeal this because there are hours and hours and hours of footage of me playing this game. There is nothing in any of the footage that I have that would insinuate that I am using anything that is not authorized to be used for the game. Okay. And this is all I'm going to say. I use Outfox. Outfox is being
supported by them,
supported by Rogue Company. If that is a third-party software that goes against their terms of service, then they don't need to let Outfox support them. So if that was, for example, the reason that I got banned, then I would have a very lengthy conversation to whoever replied about it says it supports it. Whenever I load the game up, it actually runs it like it's supposed to. So what are we doing? If I can't get any kind of responses or anything, then I'm going to pull that email up from where I got denied being in part of the testing program for the packets, and I'm going to call that phone number.
Oh, yeah.
And if that guy doesn't answer...
I forgot about that. I still haven't done that.
Yeah.
I'm calling him.
Yeah. And if that
I'm going to ask him about this.
Yeah, right, for sure, right. And if that guy doesn't answer, then I will continue to call and try to get some type of explanation. And if I don't ever get any type of explanation, then I'll just be done. And I'll basically post a final Rogue Company video on the channel explaining all the links that I went to try to get my account back. I'm not going to start a new account. I'm not going to do anything like that.
No.
We'll just go back to Paladins.
Yeah, I'll just quit playing the game.
Man, that would be...
Yeah.
Well, dude, these people, when you look at everyone that's been banned, it's been like since Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And it's almost like, they've already said, we're out of the office.
Yeah.
There's no This Week in Rogue Company.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of automated service? Because it replied.
Yeah, it replied.
So it's an automated thing. So if enough people report you just because you shit on them.
Yeah.
And they do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You've been reported for cheating.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, what? We did a manual review.
Yeah. They don't, if they're not going to be in office for an extended period of time because
then
of holidays.
Don't turn that shit on.
Yeah, they don't need to do that at all. At all.
Like you're pushing away some of your biggest spenders.
Yeah.
Somebody's put 500 hours. You think they haven't purchased the champion pack?
Yeah, exactly.
The rogue pack,
yeah.
They're buying stuff. They're into this game. They play it a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, if I got hit with the ban hammer, I don't know.
Yeah.
How I'd react. Like I would just.
I know, man.
I'd be like, what?
Yeah. Which is just a fucking nightmare.
Terrible.
It is, man. It is a nightmare. All right, so this is a Reddit post by my boy. And he said, this is the name of the post. It's a video. I'm going to full screen it. It says, haha, Umbra active go burr.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, but did you see what he was doing?
I did.
So there is a bug in the game to where whenever you detonate the spider, and if you press escape or start or whatever it is on whatever you're playing on.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was
He was
causing it
bringing up the fucking, yeah, okay, it's an exploit.
I
Yep.
thought you said you saw it.
Well, I saw it blow up 4 times.
Yeah.
But I asked you, I was like, "But you see what he did?" You're like,
I didn't see the menu, and then I watched it again.
Okay, all right.
And then break.
Is it, I mean, it's only fair I get one on you. Come on, man.
What?
Oh my
Got your
God.
number. Anyway.
That is absolutely insane. You know what I mean? Like that is.
Well, we saw the guys like the bug works even in multiplayer. Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, we saw it for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why it didn't do it every time.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was crazy that day, dude. He was,
Yeah.
oh my God.
So
That's
it's
crazy. That's an actual
Now.
bug. But like he already knew. Like, how did he
Uh-huh.
figure out the pause it for
Saw
it
it
to
somewhere
work?
probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
legit.
guaranteed.
Saw it on
Has
Reddit.
it?
Well, this was 6 days ago. Maybe he saw this.
Yeah, right. And he's like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." You know.
He's like, yeah, that's what happened. Okay.
But they're-
So as many times as you press that, will it just continue to blow up?
I don't know. Possibly.
Maybe 4 is the max.
Yeah. Because
Because
like,
it was only 4 times when it happened to us too.
yeah, and I was getting hit with it, and I was very unhappy about the whole situation whenever it was
mean-
happening.
Dude's literally pausing the game to cause the spider to blow up
Yeah.
multiple times. I mean,
Yeah.
what the?
And they got to fix that.
Yeah.
So
All
how
right.
are they gonna do it? Do they gotta take Umbra down, or they just can just patch it quickly in this next update?
They'll probably do a hot fix, and it probably won't happen until the following week. Not this coming week, but the following
Yeah.
week.
When
Because we
everybody
got
comes
the
back.
4th and 5th thing coming up.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah, I know.
it's going to be a busy week for them.
For
I hope it goes over well.
me too, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this last little piece of fine wine here that we've got was a Twitter posted by @Mikey Raymondo. And he posted here, Arbitrator, an absolutely lovely piece of weaponry. When like 3 people run that on one team in ranked, they should be banned. Thanks. Warning, headphone peeps.
3 people
This
run
guy.
Arbitrator?
Dude, have you seen this clip, Justin?
No.
Oh, god damn. This is great.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it on. I'm ready.
This guy, man.
You're not ready.
No,
I'm not ready.
as soon as I saw Griffin sent us this on Twitter, and I watched it, and I was like, you got to talk to that guy.
Yeah, right.
You'll see.
And then they can scorch Arbitrator as well. God damn it, what the fuck.
Scott! Do something about this! Do something! Do something about it! Everybody's running that shit!
Feel your pain, brother. Even his team's like, you all right, man? I like his fucking Christmas background there.
Yeah.
The Chevy Chase.
Little Clark Griswold there.
He immediately just Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
All right.
At least it wasn't a Lancer running it. What was it, a glitch?
It was a glitch.
It was a glitch. Yeah, at least it wasn't a Lancer.
Yeah, right.
see
They wipe
that.
your whole team.
I can't see the actual part that happens to him. Only that he yells and screams.
He gets shot with the
Oh, you didn't see
arbitrator.
that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He
the
gets
Arbitrator
dropped.
just drops him and she runs on.
And he's like, Scott!
Yeah.
All right. This is all I'm going to say at Mikey Raymondo. Anytime you want to come on the broadcast, please feel free to reach out, and I will definitely be reaching out to you. But this is what I'm going to say about it. If you supported Weapon Mastery, you have no right to complain about it.
Damn.
Yep.
We talked about
That's a
this.
hard truth right there.
That is the reality of the situation here. Whenever we talked about the weapon mastery system, we said on Broguecast that the outliers that are going to be overperforming will be used until they are nerfed. And this right here is prime footage of that happening.
Well, around that time we were running it, we played that match with on lockdown with that chalk.
Yeah.
And it was like, imagine everybody using these shotguns.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if you supported the weapon mastery thing. I'm not 100% certain on that. And if you did, then, I mean, you have no right to complain. If you didn't, I feel your pain 1000%. But anybody that is complaining about the arbitrator being completely broken in the hands of everybody else other than the people that are supposed to have it, you wanted the weapon mastery. You got the weapon mastery. This is just how it is. And we tried to tell you, but here you go.
Which is what, 2 people, right?
Yeah, Scorch, Anvil. But it was a very entertaining video, and there's a lot of interesting comments, of course, in this little feed that they've got here. But yeah, man, like we've been seeing this with, we're going to see it with the Bishop more and more. Obviously, that's going to happen until they do something about that weapon. We're already seeing it with the Sahara since the KA-30 got nerfed. We're seeing it with the Arbitrator because of the power that the Arbitrator has. And then I've been seeing a lot of people LMPX or the D40. So like, you see what I mean here?
Yeah.
Like, the weapons that are overperforming are going to continue to overperform until they are adjusted correctly. And you can thank weapon mastery for that. Because like,
kind of cheesy, man. Like back in the day, you had to pick the rogue.
Yeah.
With a kit that, you know, you could do work with.
Yeah.
Now, dude, I'm just picking. I'm all willy-nilly with the picks.
Yeah.
Because I can just swap. I've already got a few guns I'm comfortable with.
Right.
Put them on anybody.
Yeah. So yeah, Mikey Raymondo, if you ever want to come on, please feel free to reach out. I don't know. I would be very interested to talk to you about your thoughts and opinions on the weapon mastery system. Absolutely, after this video. So think about it. I'll be sure to send you a link to this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I've got for the community section. Next week is going to be a huge week for us. Of course, whenever you're listening to this, it's going to be a little bit on down the line. But it is the high-res showcase. We will be reporting on, you know, the new rogue that they're going to be announcing. We're going to be reporting on the update show that happens and all of the changes that'll be coming into the game and the balance and all that good stuff. So I'm very excited for that. And I'm very interested to see how this actual CMG LAN event is going to go, because it's either going to go one of two ways. It's going to go off without a hitch, and everybody's going to be able to perform the same way that they've been performing the entire season, or it is going to be a dumpster fire of a live event.
Well, dude, they're going live on this, and we're talking someone left a match.
Yeah.
Like, all of that stuff's just not going to look good if it happens, because it's like they're all in the same room.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I hope it does, but
yeah.
I don't know, man.
I hope it goes off without a hitch. I hope that all of the players that have been playing in the CMG events, the 10K events, I hope that they are able to perform in person to the same exact quality that they've been able to perform over the internet. There is nothing that should keep them from being able to perform that way, right? So I mean,
no. They should perform better.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have said less latency.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how all this stuff goes, and you know, we will be very, very, very anxious to talk about this high-res showcase on the next episode of the Broguecast. But this was episode number 15 of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast Broguecast. If you want to reach out to us in any way, please feel free to contact us on Twitter at Broguecast. Send us an email, broguecast@gmail.com, or feel free to join the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. There's Broguecast contributions. We've got crazy stuff going over here. Pictures, memes. If anybody wants to take pictures of me and meme them, I'm more than happy to see these, like 1000%. So please be sure to do that. So for the Broguecast, I'm here with Co Reed.
I'm here with Dirt Lord.
I'm here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Griffin.
And thank you guys so much for listening, watching, and participating in the Broguecast. Be sure to catch us next time. Thanks for watching, guys.